onim say adwuma pa e no de magana biso aka say o Zoom no wo boa yen nti se na adwuma ye ni mu na bibi nkoya yen hwe contract ni mu yeye na wo resources ye obetumi dia ye adwuma yi won fa nyem wa yen efise okokọ ama hodo so wo Africa hakra na no yesi wo ni Nigeria for kra ko contractor wo kwa akosiesie wo ebiso say da wo nyaade nti enkomo yebedi ba kono no afei na me ne Benjamin Nsiebo ho nkomo daily guide ede aba say GRA freezes Dumso levy krataya commissioner magiari ura Anthony Kwesi Sapon Sasha se ne chese sa 1 cedi levy no unse nanka last week na say shase no mso ma twa sensen kakra sensitization na no me dan so san ba iso mso there be omo person mo san ye consultation nti sisi ayi omasen atwa sensen na enu na minority say aban no wo be study e wo honom Dumso levy JM has beaten a shameful retreat watwetwe asan sign we ya wasan no enye fe minority for no minority leader slams government over Dumso tax U10 and a man for say mo boni tree so say ma twasan eno susu problem ho grandma o say me and you no get problem and you and government get problem a man for say so wanya amfa ma ene muma yen ka say radio da wase na fe wanya amfa ma no so de ene edi mfre ne sobobo minority no so say ya no amimu ahwe na nka wode baaye why enti mum yen hwe no so ansem ne enka ye wi efie da no be no mienu mu ho no aban lawyer panyin Dr. Dominic Ayine de babetuja efa National Service Authority ene nhwehwemu ya eno so mene krobia asante for Thursday for koye ya de baaye daily guide say top XNS officials hot over 548 million cedis theft say in samedi bia bem ama omo ahyeda na dia hyehyem adidi ho ene anya asem ketwa eno so ebeye deja wo Ghana pa na fei aban lawyer pani say omo ahoboa so ma kwankro enso awie ni bibia ne nkrata ye krado court sem ebenya bem ti obobo nipa beye dumienu din a omo ye adwuma wo ho kane empanyimfo anu omo deda no ni abedi akirifo ni bi ene adwumayefo beye dumienu omo kabomu a ode wo mo kogina mra nanim se sika afa wo mo nsase no nti enu so yebedi eho enkomo mamena azelvo gase ewo enenso atade a ehemi matade azelvo a style for every story azel ene pamye na men kan cho say made in Ghana nti o patade o long dress o short dress o corporate wear o casual walkabout o dinner wear o evening dress atade bia wo pe bia so o 2-piece kra 3-piece 4-piece azelvo sebra obepam ama esan wo azel fashion school ewo azel fashion training center eno so betetew na ma onso wa ba be fashion designer papa and say fashion illustrator or dance man school is flexible anopa wo ho awia wo ho anwumre wo empo weekend nyina de ewo ho ti de yema wo no na wafa obefra zelvoga 0244 155 266 0244 155 266 let me straight here fair fee china se me di gun chen nchen a obehu say ZoomLion and beauty the hair mama wa banka sa said de wakosese nwi na ba no de na hodo nti unya ko no wanye kura no wani so abiu to de hwehwe no TikTok ZoomLion and beauty aka the hair mama na obehu so no ankasa model nwi ni bi ewo honom enwi a efe eye shefata eye papa ebecha ma na ebesun botomo enso we pelsi ya we sise ni bona na obi se ya wi ya odi she o birthday atade de na ye me fesei mi si mi nya biem se we ni bona mi sister e mani mo ko ho na onso betimi ato ti wo de frɛ wo mo keke 0553837201 na obe sort out kama pama when se wonya eni papa se ko onso a o Spintex Kotobabi Eco Bank no echi hwa pe ena owo nti eno so kwa enua enono problem no day na anopei mame emma minia kumeyi belated ana ne ne de ne special birthday we dia me nana mpo onye me nua sisi no kwadwa achiba na ye action 1 eninti no happy 16th birthday to Monica Asabia Labi of Life International School. Monique grew in wisdom, in stature, in intelligence, and in the fear of the Lord. From your dad, Emmanuel Joseph Nate Labi of MCO Car Rentals, and your uncle David Kojo Amwate, President 1. Boy with the OG fans pa OG fans are okay men can share mo amudi feedback ko ma no amunya isa na no kan for me bayi nyina mo anka hwe me an ma wo ma dem si tire ni mu edu no mu dem ka fa ha kofi kojo o ma mi se utimu duro na se kojo ye WTK wi asiti kese ehu o se an o de o ma mi uti TV so da bia wo ba na o ye mi se mi timu edu na mi se utimu edu enti na so adwo eyi no dai pano edwin kese no enti me ka so utimu edura mpisi manen haw timpatcho se mukobo mba na mani aya mon kan che ni se me so ye me benkro o ye me bempa ansa no maka se etiri tase na ka menya kan so awie enti me balabi me ne uncle Kojo ye ka ho wate na special one we dey na nra enti belated one to COP retired Frank Edupoko openi yema utrim kwan wasom Ghana da yema awodapa na enra na eye wawoda na enra isiye sensi ejanum day eninti unie kuma DCSO retired Emmanuel Elliot Danfo action 1 ema belated happy birthday osinyame enkoso anhraw oma nkwatentia ahodin ewom na omokoso a emmo ho ban action suti ni mu edu nti ono so kan WTK no ntimu nyedro ntimi nyame ba ntimi mu edru nti COP oba action no so ntimi mu edru ono so ka ho ya min kambeka ene ye wie mame ma awura no mu belated happy Father's Day na fe yemfa nkomo no nhyehyɛ so ene ye nua be ma ye okọ Saudi Arabia wa me yanko hoda Kamal Dean Abdullahi Deputy National Communications Director NPP watena se na abusuan pani a osenkita brofudin ya nani de dikan mi hia no yi abusuan pani Felix Kofi Munko ono se National Communications Team member ema NDC akala aswan no nana ya support makani mienzanza no dia kani nyina ehedi ni mu personally to Chief Valache Martin belated happy Father's Day to you all great men and fathers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I was in there. About pay attention. Thank you.
Beyond the words, no.
And we are wearing your hair.
Na seriously. Say yedi mi pie na edru a ye may remu atons wo ne may her price tag no. Your hair price tag was yen sign na wedding.
Oh yeah sure. Oh yeah na ya oza anangwala no. Yeah sure.
Mr. Yes, say you singlet in the boxer shorts with you. Is it member can boom say singlet in the boxer shorts yen you.
And also say you bad. Musha white fatam.
Send ye mama no. Munye no sap.
Let me catch your doctor say to me Father's Day to say Mother's Day. Mo see asesa.
Debi. Because mo dey any dey mo didi Independence Day now.
Baby Independence Day no. Say 2 days time na ye International Women's Day. It's March. Ya na be chia keke.
Na Farmers Day nso e.
Ye di Farmers Days. Hey, sisters, ye di Farmers Days.
O so maka gu was.
I see. Come on, say na o ko yin.
Oh, well, Father's Day no na mo fi.
Okay.
Ni nkola no e wo fi a ye di agro kra.
And you me pretty girl no this 6 years in for your friend is saying. Titi. Okay. In Titi ni odu be PY. Okay. I was happening now so any day pray ya.
Oh, men so me pong asore na
me die kakra.
Okay.
Na me so call meeting bi.
Okay.
Na me concern ye ba ko mmerima ni nyina no.
Okay.
Me yan concern ye ba ko pe. And say na dollar number for mo chop more than so monte ase na monte was mra for my young concern out for Father's Day. What's that with your you peace? So peace and how can you
government has communicated that I'm pegging around 10.
It doesn't lie with you to peg. That's the problem is that
they can't do policy.
You can't do politics with it.
Bank of Ghana cannot do a policy as part of their monetary policy.
Let me tell you why it's not possible.
Okay.
Most of the critical and essential commodities that are turban, I'm on a fiber.
Okay.
And they don't know city. All they know is dollar. What you say? So point is that oil and kwa, at least every month, Bank of Ghana need to cough close to $400 million for the oil sector to buy fuel.
Okay.
What you say? It is a Bank of Ghana any reserve. Then there's a difficulty.
So that is where the point is. So a demand and supply.
Yes.
So if say Bank of Ghana governor, any finance ministry, any other stakeholders like the gold board, any other it's me put your more measures together a year. They would always peg the demand and the supply
so
as
that
a
measure
certain
it can be part of
the monetary policy. So there would be a consistent supply of the dollar. What he has said.
You make it available.
Now what we should rather be pushing for is whether or not say that consistency can be there. What he has here. But aside that, if they make a deliberate effort, there would always be that.
To add a short thing
on that note,
aside, Kamal Kabibi say yen to me.
Okay.
Don't forget to say President Kasa Womono. Say the true value of the dollar is between 10 cities and 12 cities. Until they are making their say that is so they perform bar. The businessmen just went to him. They appeal. Obi export.
Oh, say Obi export.
Yes.
Time and never from Bebrebe no. Na omwa no importing your man. No so omo
it is sometimes
omo importing mom.
Yeah.
Maybe so say omo exporting. Because the importing
yes,
say why you fuel you can manage consider say upon all the expenses I feel say oh yeah baby export danka where to me
enya muedru aso beba na o dollar ina
you calculate now the share dia wo dia ko we investment man say you are
may I sure say your first topic e be feed into that one Ghana cedi levy enti come on yen chat here because I saw you first. Randy tells me say Nanaya Bantem so was studio had the same here ye
oh sir
no bon come on the punishment and the money
hey over
Nanaya
yes it is here communicate here they communicate about things say see is that one Ghana cedi levy no postponed and so further notice the ni kan say afi minority union or more parliament what making you think why you say shouldn't we say that okay when me and fakota nyam kwa ye de aye hwehwa no fedi enti na mo betia abo aban ti so
na ya me da ase ahopepre emfa wonko si bebia
okay
aban hwehwe and our governance enya ahopepre focus say wotime etina se analyze say ene ne me ba be yi ana anamo me ba betui ochina bi no ne susun so be den ansa na what take such steps. You see, there are those who argue say and a president who say you on person hash beba. What did president think of before even instituting that tax? Nana omo the tax na eba no omo ma ti ase say ma fuel bo enkosoro to the extent say omo national chairman ka say MPP for na no mo ka say tax no ye mpe no ono nko ye President Mahama and called the old petroleum price in every day ebeba amagana for etua trying to create the impression say tax no crown no emma fuel bo enye den enkosoro enti Ghana for monyintum ana ya ye ka say there be one mobile parliament on under certificate of agency now say issue under certificate of agency just say issue is so important to you and a mobile no so no mo numbers intino you are able to have your way two mo the reason to ho mo say energy sector level debt no and am almost $3.1 billion na say mo anhwe yie am tax bia ebetime aboa enye yi another reason mo de buy no and a third reason is say emma fuel no enkosoro esan say dollar no aba from na say dollar no aba from and a world market so crude price aba from the fuel price aba from Ghanaians will not feel it even if we buy 1 liter for 14 cedis 94 pesos and then with the introduction of the tax crown you enter a liter up to 13 cedis. These were the arguments you made. Perfect. What now? Thinking went into it properly. 3 reasons are my energy sector levy, secondly fuel price and cost and a thirdly okay more the bit your friend say more the energy investment. More reasons you know what has now made those reasons useless and more cancel and more to ashada
reasons na useless and answer or can't win na Ghana force
they said no
wait or can't win na Ghana force still ye ho be chire e no say okay and yes adia me twentwen so ye ko tutu niama e chire ye besia ba se mo na mo anka mo ka say
so no I beg
come on ka say listening government.
I'm sorry with all respect to you the reason is not Ghana for ka say ye ho be chire enti no twentwen so that's not the reason. The reason
implication
the president it could not be implication. Don't think for the president, don't think for the government. Okay. You are the journalist.
I'm not thinking, I'm
so
asking.
Fine. So it is not what it is. Let's say that
what it is
what it is that original the mango or say Israel Iran war any crude oil prices in Tia
okay.
That was the reason they gave. They didn't say Ghana for no. And it's for
that's why I started by saying.
They didn't say that.
I asked by saying that is it not by implication? Israel-Iran war.
Yeah.
An opinion energy analyst in Kasano say a bit to me ama a buono akosro as in crude price worldwide.
It has started going up.
Okay. In ripple effect anything yen so ebenyan sunsan so so enti ene me mpese ebenyan sunsan so amoho be yiramo ene me ntwen enti you see that is why implication
that is why the minority in the first place all the taxi ban tax a very important policy
okay
because a revenue mobilization angle ehia emo aban bia na say all the ba fa sebi fa adwene to ho fan to 12 think about it what will happen where be saying so far no offer your now petroleum products no so far we have about 8 tax handles
okay
constituting about 22% of tax price. I mean tax in kwa our price of fuel ayeto our export
okay
and now unka what the way saka ho it will raise the 22% to 26%.
But when a old one na what increasing
no the the tax handles already yes.
I thought say we harder than
no there's nothing like that. That's why there's a law that they passed a law for new one to say once there so over Comac etro say consumers say on the oil sector say no you cannot do this. So because there's a 95 pesos be once the neighbor count that's I'm like now the thing say it will now move. The already existing one was about 8 tax handles.
Okay.
UPPF, whatever, I can go on and on. But I'm saying, let me explain it. I'm saying, this 22% and the order tax a room. You're complaining. And the way the 4% increment to it to make it 26%.
Now you have used the word. So that's increment never, but increment one now introduced. Out of those 8 taxes, 8 now and this one what I say, sir. This one Ghana cedi levy.
No.
It is existing already. It wasn't not existing already.
No, you see, like it wasn't existing already. It is completely a different taxa. In this case,
explain. In this case,
it's
not like that.
Of course,
the communication that
with a great respect, I have sat on board.
Okay.
And I have been in the oil sector for some time. I know what I'm talking about.
All right.
So I'm saying that this is a new tax handle coming to augment the tax that we had already.
Okay.
So I'm saying, I'm saying, say,
yes.
And okay. And then a minority agency point and say, baby Ajubrel. And when we say a mobilization of fund there, and when we say how would dear. Now where dear? Say over to gallon beer bet you bear 4 cedi 50% today and another.
Okay.
A gallon beer for fuel gallon with your 4 cedi 50%. And can trot for a taxi for Uber for what will you do?
Okay.
You should ask yourself, Abubuya for now more qua or motor 1 little beer but to be able to 1 cedi. And I'm minority say
you say you won't praise the government that we're listening government.
No, it's not about listening government. What has forced that's what the reason he gave. It's not like I'm willing to say how to me baby and can one ma and can move to and can your friends and cool prices and cost one can be to but what they should need to know, they shall listen to Setekwe. Setekwe said, look, take your time. Let us not think say within 4 years we can run an economy without crisis. No. So in taking policies or in bringing in policies, be able to know say why a focus be. For 1 year and now 6 months, those things needed to be looked at. But at the point I want to make is that fair good for us. You are suspending a Ghana for any and how na nke buy so no ebe form. Na me de kokoboka cry ema ban say eba some of these issues are send the parliament e complain say mo rush the parliament gidi no yen rush fan kosa yen kotena say Montenase na monwinwe ho monhwese ne boya okay say we see a ye be ni see we see be ni see na wo rashi ba ya say me on numbers of parliament nti me pass tax keke then they akwa one hwe dey see na be see da and that will be a problem for all of us but I think say afa the Ghana for be who say ne e ka say COVID any Ukraine war no a factor in our economy no Ghana for be who say na MPP for na e dey no krepa. Okay. We were telling people that COVID ravaged the entire world, and we all saw it. To the extent that we studio create your car, nanke could have shield. And I moved the dispensers being a good hanuma, able to Martinase. Okay. Again, to the extent that the whole world went to a lockdown, and the president had to come and say, look, what I know what to do is to fix an economy, but not to fix a life that is lost. So we'll take hard measures. Ukraine war, Ukraine war. President Mahama Nkasa said Ukraine war has no impact on us. And then the Israel-Iran war 2 days ago impact. And I am thinking that these are matters we all have to look at. Enjoy politics, with all respect. I've always said this. I beg everybody. I'm a politician and I'm an MPP. I am a politician and I'm an MPP. But Ghana sometimes needs for all of us to know say Ochina we kanye Ochina we kanye so which is the center. If President Mahama can say Israel-Iran war and Akufo-Addo can say Ukraine, your friend is saying Russia war, okay, and COVID and whatever, inwardly, internally, what are we doing as a country so that in case there's a problem we'll be able to say that we are solving this problem together and move on as a country. Why do we have National Development Planning Commission in our constitution? But we are not thinking about it. So I'm saying that say minority raise issues. That's the issue here. We should listen to it. Say your friend is saying majority so raise issue. Not issue here say minority. For common knowledge, Ghana will be better. We'll do it so that this back and forth will stop, and then we will be able to get a better country for ourselves.
Or say more in Ghana for na Iran ni Israel yana ama mojaya die no.
Aso mo na mo kan. President kan. O say Iran ni Israel no nche no jai. President kan.
Acho why ade you come Japan no telephone so.
Na menchia wo production team.
Okay.
Ene ahwefo nyina na Ghana mampanyini. Na minu anu ma me no ngahia na na ya one kama so said the Odi Kankai, then he died the Kang, I mean, was here. The better try say me gentle.
Me da wa say. But mo dey gentle.
O say gentle. Still had the tell gentle.
Enti the woman ni kind of me ni abia. You say come on. Why say
this was off.
Adekye Nsroma. I say no Adekye Nsroma. Be wure ma no wasan abasoro na why na nsude ne agye no wasan wure ma foro no. Nsem no kind or can say be na menti if you
okay.
Say who try say you are trying to put him in a right position say no can nya no kware.
There be na me busa nkosa.
But who try say no sa onyin ni say sa na tedin. And also there be or insist say even no our board so.
Okay.
Internet say onim no can. Bill na ye de call ana amendment ayini ye de call the Energy Sector Levies Amendment Act 2025 Act.
Okay.
1141. Meboa mankasa ma tie wontie. So tie ase ye awo ko de dawo. Ntie amendment de ye koye ni increase no.
What did I say?
No. But you say a new one.
No, I said we have existing.
Don't
let me look stupid. I said we have existing taxes in that area constituting eight handles, 22%. Now a barber amendment, any new one, I can moving from 22 to 26%. So what is the difference of that? So what are you talking about? Come on, I understand that word.
Say ye meto hwemu amendment ye be samra no e ne ye de biribi ka ho na epeja mo ko soro enye new law a yakofa law bi wo ba bi a ye de ba na emom ni nyina no kura no say eye waduma mbone a wo do we no.
So or say taxes say what fuel ne so no ba ko mienu miensa component ne ye 8 ena na mbisa say 8 na na gina ho ena ye increase one of the components.
Or see there be.
Intimi busa say 8 na with your men 8 na or now tax component na peja kwa kodu 9 component and then the percentage you know you can 8 components in bomu which be at see abeye 9 na it will be more than 22 obviously percent.
Which even offer them come back.
Yes,
which you want kasakura o say abini raise fee 0.952 195. That's what they said.
1 CD 95.
Finish. And you know where you be a yakofa we be a man can say be a now. You see that fuel price no. Said the mean very much Kama ekai no.
Mpacho.
You see you niema be miensa ana be sabi a ye de kambo mu a ema ne prices no etumi kosoro. You will levies and you taxes. And then you kita ka so what you say nti omo fuel for na kasa omo maji to but the to no you will different you will levies one you want to taxes so wo nti anything now you so wonim say difference wo nti what dey sa na man to wo good ma me mra so me no abia say what ka say o man pani bi listening government a MPP force wo mu no won ati koku
listening
yes. Yen ye kotena ase de hu se e ka momagya wo energy sector ho no ankasa enya de ketwa upon esla kura ye ni gya ma ye ni sikatupuo egu ma mo ba mo be hwere sika ni nyina na nka be de minim se wo ba na nka ka wo ho na wo de ka na ankasa de na de ka de ba no e di kosia wo wa se wo kwa koje loan wo koje bosia na wo de ama de tuaka nka bi na wo be fi wo na nka ka de ti wo ene de ni ye hu emna wo fi won kana ye buburu ECG nkuma wo about 82 billion Ghana cedis e dako etwen ye ni wie no mo say create account be ye manim wo bi wo twini
nkuma wo say
ECG 80 billion over 80 billion
na dia hina na ye 3 billion o say 3.7
no ay dollars and cedis
all right
3.7 billion dollars. $3.7 billion.
Come out, sure. Thank you. Abusapani Koso.
You see, it is at $3.7 billion now we down to one. And I'm catching also the Basilis and you over 82 billion Ghana cedis. Obe people them has and yeah, what do you hear, on family, maybe need to make you no mama obi edi. Good. mini abia wagya osani ama we nyina ato de eho energy sector levy na ye esla do akwakosi awowa anchi sika edi aba be gberi atopre e wo manyim ye hu ni amode sika ne ye na magya osaka we na obi aba no ba be gya osaka we ato energy ministry ni energy sector do na so nipa ni se me baba me ba be tua na ubunu wo tikoku I don't understand and before that one so confuse ni eduro ni hwe no be twa no musa we anu adwonso no ne wawie
oni aduro sese omo fi aban mu nche anya hwe no mo nso wonsusuye bia omo betumi de
problem
offer more good opposition.
We don't have problem at all, but you see these people are too rich to criticize the new government.
Rich.
They're too rich.
In the
too rich.
Too rich in the end.
Too rich to criticize us.
Hey.
Too rich to even offer a solution.
I see.
I didn't buy more so. When to me, what's problem? What problem they buy crowd? What my excuses? You will repeat me. What my excuses are for Russia, Ukraine. Let me be say at that time you be say, and never bang na ye craft Russia and Ukraine. The Ukraine na want to bomb war. On one gazette to me by Abema Somalia and Ethiopia for Indian free. On the brother. On na bomb on the land with the criminal. Into what here now during that time ye carry up without say even fertilizer could don't want him now craft Russia. Fertilizer. Don't want him now craft Russia. Wheat I hear here power here for Ukraine wheat. Now he na craft Roma. Wheat I hear na the craft Roma. So Omani me da say and you catch him say excuses in the o say
near craft fertilizers.
Na me catch the fertilizer near craft but na ya because we say African country Algeria kra fertilizer will produce sen baby a yegusu kan wa
but ni enkra bi mfi ho
adentia and be say sam mere no kra no kra ba ahina na dodo ahi and we di fi oba ni abia and you catch them say excuses in emwa tie woni solution be at that time they never offer us any solution we professor niema bebre ma o say mo hwe na munye say o meant to be to say President Nankasa Otosoye Nana Akufo-Addo, former President of the Republic of Ghana, e bie na ano mini abia e no ka kire Ghana fo say ono na de na aba na jedi nsem ontumi nya wo hwe but the next government will come and fix the problem okaya na wanka kama wa honka so o say ono kasa the vice president no dey in charge of economy no ye economic wizard no now they boast to no so ba so bu see the dollar na ye hata no na do kan odu be say efedi I'm giving up
sa no kan no
that's what he said
anansem choni na wa
ko na economy who say
choni bisa ni say economy ni nya no say so we are all hope for the next person will do it
I said the next government odu do also to be what say jeni sem o give up again pegbe say popo biblia je fi aboso on one kasa the economic needs and crowd efedi will lose trust wonum see that is a solution I want the man Ghana for. Obi a wutuo man so na wankasa according to World Bank report. I want you to buy many mama enipa 850,000 Ghanaians inflation in kwad won poverty. Push it. They push them into poverty. 850 Ghanaians. The man gave up and MPP, you see, that's why I said they are too rich even to criticize this government. Abangnaba.
Sa o richness ya uka ase o yes sarcastic akra won.
Oh, say winim. What's obo odupoma ejije wodabo ni asum. Ite ye me won ante be ka cho so won ayo won sa konfu. Konfu oni edu. Obi twa no gini o wi anu adonso no ho awie. Pata. That's what they're doing. They have no solution. Oman penia bagana problem no. O se me ba be tackle. Ofia se no tackle. Dollar CD dollar rate and here come once be we epushiko ni enna nyame asese ye wo ato force no force na ye wo Esiama Dr. Esiama e wo Bank of Ghana na ye wo the golden boy e ye sabe demfi e wo gold board ni ma no dia tutu akwa mu se ni gold no kra na ye mo bi mfa koti kwa nkoton o fa ni nyina mra na ye nkoton ni nji dollars
nya wo kan nyina se wo musa nya ye dan na to force ya wo force wo de sa esla levy amendment ne kon under certificate of agency na che say ade na yade ehia pa anti ye nya kwan kra ntwe ma ne mfa the regular procedure mu omo pass ya nso eni na nsakra na president de ne chudi a shase afa di akwanti viesi ye nyanye nti enya nu nti na memo opposition for no nso enya kwan anutu mo busa mkosa se nti no na tie na mo nti ana se die nti ade a mo dimi ka se ya anya bibi besi nti na ko under certificate of emergency afa akwanti vi mu se ye nyanye
ye nim sa you see oyima mema owire mfi se ye mra wode oman share President Mahama and an apam for the Nabua for Monsemono. Energy Minister John Jinapo, can say, me said, even during the transitional team, no energy sector no hand over no. Now fuel like the power for only 5 days. Okay, and now wanka. What will be at it? And into a mama president in moi, as man and from other African countries, including Nigeria. I'm on too. Why no one goes to see me Seremara. More near gas. Yes, you empower him for the meantime. It's a problem. I don't know. In Kenya, put to prove when be na family. Na solve because of the windfall. You have Ghana for 5 cities. Out of 5 cities, you know, I will later be also no. Me power chow. More the moment in 1 city. Na yemfa ento fuel. Fango, ana jongo. Na yemfa power. Ye mo friend ye energy. You know, say ye be ma ECG ahode no. No ko bia nyakane. Na aba no nia aba say ya for 4 days ya ye kan wasemi. No obi ni mo. Obi ni mi sa hama bi be fi sura bete wo bayira hama mu. Ina Israel kwato twere. Ina Iran fo esu say na yeso ye no kiki from
but it is not as if so monto kwana no abrase.
No, ye ni problem. Anything no catch us for the meantime hold it. So sha ye introduce sa amendment levy. Ye can
only a kai say Israel any Palestine for no edimu dada ama omo neighboring countries Ukraine nya ho nsunso a share last year ho baby so then we should have known say ade di nsunso beba because energy anim di for no kra no mo ka say se mo ye ni say ya what if say ebo ne question already no ebo ne so question amasenja so de na ebo ayen yesesi di na nya ahoden kakra and it is not as if say it was any better it is say say mo hwe sa anya mani nyina ansa mo decide
ya consider sa anya mani nyina anti ne introduce sa amendment levy we no yedi shame young for sunset clause bi an shame yedi mi na ye
that makes it more risky.
No I don't know say anytime bia no you betumi a withdraw afi adedum when you shame a who you can't even pull out.
I see.
That is it. It's yes no. Mama yen hwe ne steady market no. You do baby ne hu say ne stabilize ne yetumi di yensa wura baby na ye keka ne ma bom ne ye a. We just pull it out.
And into
Emma yes I call yesterday bi mon twɛn na Winford na aba no Winford no Ghana fon so enjoy kakra. Nti asɛm tie nti dem a listening president like John Dramani Mahama and the Professor Jena no Pukrajimai aka say there bi mon hold na Ghana for at least Winford ne enjoyment na wonya na kakra na 5 cities wo fuel so no onko ene can say asanga perform.
Thank you.
Asamina say ade Kamal munya betre.
What ye Kamal MPP what ye ruling government party NDC menim so kita GTP book na ha enu wa biemu energy ni na me ne kasa e kan semba ko say enkaboa ene aba form to say petrol aba be 2% diesel be 4% and LPG be 3% no and kebetimi aba form asensa I think as I say timba be 8 to 9% but uncertainty no a koma kefo no nimninti as say na ansha levy ni ba ansha beba any ade ni nyina kan wo ma ye nya full benefit of this reduction.
But that is the truth of the matter. What is here? There are uncertainties, and in every market, no, say uncertainty on every kind of what saying.
Unim said ye besi ako adani no ebe fit better.
Unim seni ekwa na ama wana muntu no aye ahweyi.
Okay.
Say eye dwa na wodi. Say you one sorry in free fear masa oba beboka. And say dwa na omudi no nso so no omonye philanthropist. What you say? Inti eye edwa no mu didia ene ye bibia ye no ye beto ye bo ba he sa levy nsensemi a yɛken sɛ wotie arguments ni yie pa experts ne finance for ne energy for ne nyinaa no the end results no normal person mo kyerɛ sɛ it would not be reflectant on the pumps so okay sɛ ɛnya adeɛ a yɛbɛhyɛ de ehunu sɛ eni nti ɛyɛ 3 cities nti 1 city aba bɛka ho prɛko pɛ
yes anopa me bisa na
what you say sɛ
asenkante so ba ente so maye
so ba na se bia wo se yete so be 3 cities a na nkoma te so 2 cities na nkaka 1 city na ehye ho nti saa uncertainty na wo kano na akova saa nyoma no nti se sia ya ye kan wa semi so
wo se na nkeye na eno na energy for no so kasa bebre said
say twa onyanko ho a
enye energy se komakfo CSO so mo energy sector
na so munyina no mo ya kwansem group ma no munyina
kwansem cross say omo de yen ye omo interest ena komakfo no
adwene ye wo sa
keyboard
mo de ma menkama kamize o agoro na wodie
sa
na nko be ye den be ye ho CSO oni interest wo ho ye den wa CSO ho
I see.
Who need interest with law? How do you become a CSO in legal matters? Who need interest with energy sector?
Okay, so when your interest, but the interest no may not be financial.
Oh, so your business, your businesses. No, 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 be expect. No, na jadi no munsem. Where ni biya den na be expect.
Okay.
That dey make you only me nyadwene.
What do you call so?
Who need media house? So you don't owe a media house, but you have an interest in a media house. Well, juma o yeno no. Inti si e penim de fo ne ya di nkomo a ye be frɛ wo. Inti asema ye kan sɛ ade ne de ne kwan so ara no. Na asem na esre kakra. Minority for kosi koda. Yeah. Ade no aban increase that levy na e wo mranem no. From whichever percentage I will, and omodia call 1 city. And I buying a say, ye gada says sikawi. Because 1, ye deka was see chia. Number 2, ni etimi enye sikana ato fangu ni bia babi go. And enye sa no mukatre. Na aboa masa energy sector no problems I want etimi solve it. Any nancy. And the major oil producers in your problem, Iran and Tokwansin Simbia. Now, once Sa war no, it is going to affect production. Affected production, it means a supply from those areas no, form.
Okay.
Supply air form no. I also want to say once I supply what from lady a bo a becosro. It say a buying adwene say obema Ghana for a who I womo dia. Na supply yi ebeko from yi. Ama boa kosru ene sa once dia mia meka say me de to so. Na menye bidie twia kan menye bidie ya sa sector no adwuma no. Me twentwen so a. Enye yensem ne bo ma aban. The government is projecting into the future.
I'm sure so what's by Kamara response.
Now, the point is the same. Maybe I distracted me. Okay? The point I am making, and it's a and yeah, increase, no. When there are increases in the world market, any idea, it does not immediately reflect on our pumps. No. Because maybe I know we was stock that on crab. But ochina ade ebechie no se okosa okokra na world price no e wo suri oba se bodada na nye no obeton amaye we should at least applaud government for that sensitivity.
There's a window.
Sorry, come on.
What he said is wrong.
Thank you.
For that,
No
problem.
So that is why they make it every 2 weeks.
say na make into I gave it a caveat.
No,
the brackets.
Nana tie. And into that microphone kura no omo tum. Omo say sa increment here about world yes all the ama me. World market. Yes. World increment no. O say mpacho mama me won kasa kura ji ati say we increase because we don't affect
that window no. Yeah, can once. There are windows, of course. World market prices, no, they deal with windows. Oil sector, they deal with windows. Baby, I could do no. Yeah, I bind the oil and say, or no aspect, or the gum will be affecting your friend is saying the final consumer. No, you hold you on kakra. So that what also kofaba no. Say what balance say be one else with me yeah. Then we all do it. So this is something that we should applaud them.
And so you omo ton and so I say oh yenim yen hodu an see e ko ni say aye ko ni say
eno na
yen kwa yen ko nti onim ba bia wo
na
china
say it mean near ban kase hwe. We all do not know how longer Iran Israel war no
o ma kan mo hu
what you say inti ebia ka kire yin say yes suspended levy no for the next 6 months, for the next 3 months, so that they are able to use it to do their computation within the windows now on the year. That is what we should be discussing.
Okay.
Then the other thing we should be discussing is how to deal with the strategic fuel reserve. I know there was here, you know. Say you be king. Sanko foi come on na say omoka say the next 1 month, 2 months. Any omo shut it down omo production oil. Nti yenya crude and there Ghana yigina brand saying.
Okay.
There was strategic reserve. A bit me sustain here for a month, for 2 months, for 1 year. See Nibia. What is a strategic policy they toho to be able to have that reserve? Bust, which is supposed to have that mandate. Also mutimi emma yen hunu say national emergency be esisia ye wo fango gu a ebia bosome miensa bosome mi omo le wo se ba na nkia from ne ebuso omo se nkofo Iran ani Israel toko ekoi moboa mo ho de moboa mo ho no ekosi sen
and you think omo nye sa de
o ma ya sen komaka nti de nkomo a ye di bebrebe NDC ni MPP for na ye dede o
president wo Savannah hono so kan se waka che empenyin for ministers
waka kire wo monitor waka kire wo se omo monitor what is happening in the world market. One, omo monitor what is happening between Iran and Israel. But what hote boss hono say putupru ye ka se ya shut ni nyina down ye baba be down say storage what are they telling us? They should be giving us that level of assurance.
Okay.
Because when we have that level of assurance, now you say emergency year be say be dia. Ghana you will fuel a bit me take here up to a year, 2 years, 3 years. No, I'm that's it.
2 years, 3 years.
Oh,
but can be a 3 months, 6 months.
Oh, na me can't free.
6 months.
6 months no go.
Oh, they should have.
And I'm saying. So I think if you are listening to me, what I'm trying to tell us, all of us seated here today, is that if for the past 30 years, most 30 years, you are not a board member. But about 30 years, right?
Yeah, it's been 93.
93. Aye. Into some more 93. Now some more reserve more. From that time be seen there. Not that time Ghana your population new 30 million. Now multi reserve just for 6 months. Now a year that's woman 6 months now na that's woman. Now you head your course to Israel because obi and dance so hon die say Iran for ever retaliate. And I'm saying, but Obian Son the magnitude and the force with which they are moving. Obian Son the SSRD embassy. Na say ye da su gina 6 months na ye gina na empolo ye ka say kra say thanks no kra na ye nim say bi woman na e bi nim. They should be briefing Ghanaians. So more brief here when we have those informations and that level of assurance reduce anxiety.
Okay.
And all of these things feed into pricing.
Okay.
All of these things feed into pricing. Because when we say, oh, can come back for, they are not so because they do not know what is going to happen. Anxiety.
But come back for no so there. You see us now so almost so interest no have issues kakra say. I say said yes almost so many ba no mo pese omo beti so amana ba. E no mo hu ni say omo dwumadie mu no enwu na ho fine enya transparent.
Mamemfa o kitchen enye example. Say gidigidi sha see na wonsuo wa nwa kakra wo we kakra na wonim say aban be declare state of emergency and as a shortage be ba na say me ba ho na me be chikosua eya wo de hwe me saf me fa nwa na say me bebua say na onsusu mu kosua keka wuchi. You understand? You try to protect what you have.
Okay.
Try to ensure say the ukura bia no wasomuyi. And if we do not deal with those elements in India,
before I go why yes, come on.
You see, now ebusuafo yin kasa. Or say yen jai ECG kwa 82 billion Ghana cedis debt.
Okay.
Handing over no.
Ntimuja saying.
Ejai omo ECG debt na eta ho. Yedi ma NDC for was 64 billion Ghana cedis. Now the explanation John Jinapor came to give later was that debt no kwa na ekoso. Ya be within for the first 3-4 months no. The last time you engaged.
But now with the man say in dollars. Ono na say me na say me bisa no no see o. Na in dollars into no convert.
Yeah, if we have you see we have entire energy sector debt, which is $3.1 billion. In the entire energy sector. And we're speaking to ECG matter, which he mentioned. And I'm correcting it. I'm saying, say, a problem at the Honoma because a NDC edge 64. Now, you see, I'm in with you. I borrow a debtor at that ECG, no, and I'm almost at something like Eco 90. So that extra ebano, and then I buy say, the way that brought about this. So I'm trying to correct him, say that anomaly to say we left 82 billion alone in ECG was a lie, and a big lie for that matter.
Why would you say
no,
lie?
It's important.
He
just
wrong.
lied. He just lied.
Or it was a wrong quotation.
No, he lied. It's not true. What is not true is not true.
Monyamo politics there. Thank you. Dear Mami King can comment kakani question. Yes, Nana. Yes, me too.
We ought not to do blame game and do politics with it.
I said it last minute. I said it. Energy sector don't do that. I mentioned that was my last submission.
We should.
You were there blaming us.
Aside even the fuel reserve here, we should be looking at how you be expanding the investment in this liquefied natural gas.
How do you expand in debt?
What you say?
How do you expand in debt?
No, of course. But if you make
yes, I call your topic. Thank you. Emmanuel Saka, the NDC party made Nana don't look like a Dracula. Now fix it.
I can't say Miss Mecha Kushiwa. Any, baby, I'm away. My joy online, my sister a station. Any. The patch one Casacura Uji Lanka, the chief who was
ready.
Money in Cabe Passa, una way or dancing, when I had done them. So, media cushion.
We'll cry a graphic online.
More, a one could be.
Or say energy sector debt hit 80 billion Ghana cedis.
What did I
say? Energy. And yeah, ECG in Kwana energy. And it's 82 billion we know. Boom.
ECG alone accounting for over 60 billion.
And that's what I said. So that one was there, but now it is more than 60 billion. It's going to 80 billion. That's the point. So what?
80 billion.
We 60 every 81. Obama can bet you 20.
You said I lied.
We shouldn't.
You see, that's why I was prompting that. Then just say he made a mistake or he got it wrong.
You said I lied. You said I lied. But the thing is, it's here.
You are lying. You lied that we gave 82 billion to NDC. It's not true.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Miss
You say his life is too harsh.
Yeah.
No, it's not harsh.
That's how you want
communication.
it.
It's not harsh.
Because when I'm going to catch you, say when I hear them
Why I said he has said
any day, 80 billion.
What
No one at a time.
Ghana phone tie.
Okay.
was going to
Issue by
ah.
movement for change. Seated here, Maka. Me see we should have a strategic plan towards poor reserve. We should handle investment. We should attract investment into our liquefied natural gas. This at least yenyen semuno the idea trouble. Busa MPP ni NDC for say solution ben enomode to ho towards this.
Maybe some.
No,
Good morning, sister. Yeah. Watching you live from Nsawoma Dwe. NDC government is a scam. NPP will bounce back strongly 2028. That is Kevin there. And then Emmanuel Saka Makan Udi Dada. So I skip this one. Na Menko Nimatu Abudu. NPP and their supporters are just Nimatu, that one is too harsh to my edit. Smaila Zaid Mohammed, people thinking NPP will come to power. I still wonder how they think after all the mess they have caused, the corruption and many scandals under NPP. They are not the alternative. Then Nana Kwame Opasco and someone comes in. Mamia, the NDC made Ghanaians aware that Russia-Ukraine war didn't affect our economy. So why has President Mahama directed the finance and energy ministers to monitor the Israel and Iran situation? In fact, NDC is a scam. That is Nana Kwame Opasco there. Mad Lion for Hidiemo. Good morning. Yeah, indeed, just a day after Israel strikes Iran on nuclear weapons, misunderstanding international crude oil price has jumped from $66 to $70 per barrel. 75. We said global stability was also a factor for the fuel pump reduction, but NDC denied it and attributed it to JM Product Management. Gold Board is there to bring the dollars to, so why complain? Okay, so that's a mad lion for Hidiemo. Nimatu, Mr. President, please, who asked you to reduce the fuel prices for Ghanaians? I love the viewers, but Mubarak stop that. The one with sunset clause didn't, even that one, the same thing happened or what? This same NPP extended them. I'm not getting the impact.
He's talking about the ESLA.
The ESLA.
Yes, it was the sunset clause was around 5 years.
Okay.
But we
and on extending the Kwaja for
30-37 years. The ultimate for a sunset and Shimuni Betches and Mube pulling at any time. Thank you. Who started? Come out, right? Yeah. It was a penny. ZoomLion, any why contract, you know. Ye name say wo history. Na ebedru afim pempen so bia yenu adoboni manase say there be ZoomLion de no deal wom mema waye ento aso eni ade waye fon so say o kan wakoma to yem ye behwehwem tinano ne ati say o aban ni ZoomLion contract no wotwem but the nkrata no bebre de abase o ZoomLion fo abeyi ano say enye say ye ntwamu o na quantity bia pie krutia contract no na ne bra so na ewu nti ye normal say ebe expand I expire saban sign fresh say oh me pay cleaning a year company and waste management company amoma be manage waste wo Ghana ZoomLion be kobi say o kobi a nka wutu ni fo obeka say onye den fi am for feel so oh oboa yen waste management companies ni bebre ni akade no betumi dia ye adwuma no ebi so say da bi eyekoto be kuma if we say as wo oboa yen enso ontwe adwuma fo no kra kaye which manase how no
it has been in area say nipa Ghana hankasa no September okwan aye fa so tackle na ka bi
okay
amanfo turogum mikura presidency letter no ha
okay
signed by Dr. Callistus Mahama
okay
o share credit Mahama Azuri manase.azuri.com repetition to discontinue the spy contract between the Youth Employment Agency YEA and ZoomLion Ghana Limited. A spy assembly. It was a point one no point one also I refer to your blah 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 blah. Expiration of contract. The contract between Youth Employment Agency (YEA) and ZoomLion Ghana Limited (ZoomLion) has expired and will not be renewed. Finish. Obi anka obi cancel obi contract.
Okay. No, hold on. Now maybe bisa come question no by inference or say it will expire or it has expired.
It has expired.
It has expired.
Yes.
And will not be renewed.
Will be renewed. But for some how you are no pass. You see, expired September last year.
Okay.
2024.
Okay.
And the government man about 6 months a year. Say
as a grace period.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I did more 3 months to Romuchum and the young buy up to March and I didn't jaw. Who say, according to one spokesperson, the crowd material. I say, one crano, I didn't expire, woman make effort to be a renewal here. Name one work as Libby. No, Jumani Denti was sorry, I don't have a copra. Also, one could be answered when you're one sorry, as a ZoomLion at a copra.
Okay.
Because when you say one contract, no, I expire with government. And the government is so stating with green letter. No, the other out, I be catch a Ghana for you now say contract na here the ZoomLion sign.
Okay.
Name currently, and yeah, they be renew say I automatic renewal say kona to our jumaso.
Okay. Because it's a normal say sanitation assembly be abeye ne
assembly be abeye de name wobe open up. No be abebe de. Obi abebe de.
ZoomLion you be prohibiting say
there's no criminality against them.
Okay.
They've not committed any crime as at now. But in your government to be stating wo a say statement in say wo ba be payment no ma ye and in your ba be na wo be auditing.
Okay.
So what I say because
over the years
because Manase Azuri ekeka nsem bi.
Okay.
And the torso nti ye hwehwem na say wo se wotiri mu fanga nti amoye nkomo na woti we se wuni afase na wo paya emfa ho.
Okay.
So afase wa yire emfa ho. Nti so onye eboni bia ya ZoomLion no so je no hudi so onye eboni ye aba no so say oni ni asem so wa ye boni na mum contract no I expire ye renew u payment o ho nyina ka edem bia ye de be ma wo previous a year ye de ama wo no esese ye hwehwem because among for your allegations say wunya adwuma bi and wo metua wo ka including fumigation bi ni ade nti ye be hwe ni aye say ni nyina da ne kwam a da ne kwam eno until say sa de be ba no ye bidding will be a district assembly whatever bidding will be open no. They are entitled to also what apply or bid.
Okay.
Enti ene de moma ye nyina ye nya ya komato yam. O se monopoly no abroso. Sometimes no ye ma obakofo nko aje kuro boso a sometimes niam bi to me koso. Enti no nipa no ye petition no ye allegation against ZoomLion. Or the nyina hyehyem we read any petition now. So many things.
Ona owo monopoly no said ya ye ka no.
Oh, but anything I catch you say eno ne allegation and any petition. And aba me say yo waka. Ye be hwehwem e bia ne sa listing government ya can want ya say petrol levy or the to so to metimo ye nyinto ho. Nti ye nkohwehwem ne hwehwem na say ebowa. No problem and dey utibu fanga say ya kan no we court ko di asem na ba bia sika bia ba won chai na nya yi no na otume atua until saade ne de ye ba bie open a bidding wo advantage wo ankasa wo uniema ma ti say ono kura ka
at the first na ye nya open bidding na ye so
ZoomLion ye de kama no wa ye nyina ye politicians let's be truthful President Kufuor kofa by the previous government let me mama kase we there
okay
yen lady B NDC lady obi a we so de onye oni won wa ya dance dey your friend Jijote because NDC communicated with their friend Jijote.
I see.
President Mills be winning no what Castle.
Okay.
Or one office. Many be defending ZoomLion war who sister station a radio good. And when you hear that some of friends say, hey, PRO of ZoomLion. You know at that time, you have power no. None could be brave. Somebody and man from be person one cancel ZoomLion contract. And this winning power at that time 208.
That's 209.
209. You have power. You winning 208 and you have 209. na me breathe no monopoly won go fan to and you mo be say no ye ba kura ye mu adwuma ye and oni pay employee Ghana for and on 1 year adwuma o be good na san ko fu nyina san ko telefie crime be no why so some of them they criticize ye but aban no to so dan kasa no wo to amama no say there be let's find out omo ye no to aso John Mahama beto aso na na kufa do buy obey dey 1 and 2 beto aso and then John Mahama say aba and expiry date ai dey aka no say there be bunya to wo if you mu because you criticize wa won sa ti wo yemu ye fan to monopoly na ye.
Is it that kofa criticizing na say anything na ye bi mu because ye ka say nanado kra o ka say oba obehwehwem but e chi o call ne site ko hu adwuma wo ye no say oh and a case of as o mama hu ehia na domani sande oso ntakrache enti wo de koso na ye wadwuma eno so ntumi nye ade ss ye hwe say oh ebi akase papa no anase zoom no wo logistics no akade no owo nti so wo ye na adwuma ye ma ne nye anase oh dabi ebi mu so wo logistics nti no ye mfa ma no
I say unim say na answer na Professor Mills by no na ye wo papa penny pa some industrious business guy bi wo man bi wo krom na friend Ediana ya na unim say no waste management company.
I see.
Yes, Accra Metropolitan Assembly one on no.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I don't know what you are.
Would you feel in some cry? Would you feel in some government changing? Would you feel in some? I mean, the count and NBC for the Naya house. I did not in ZoomLion the line. Another government about will influence them. Well, some America, you can check it. Some Indiana Massa, group of companies. Waste management company. Okay. Will Kruma. I will many who's been kind of many. Wahano for you. What you say? Would you feel in some? Into a brand new administration, they buy and say, Kufu Abeje will not feel in somebody, and then I will so. Yen feeling some.
Resting. Nana notice that question it was as a manual phone, sir, waste management, and so much the Yaman Sem Kakramu, Kase, my and Fafu, and Yaman Yosem. And so I saw
my body pound, oh, so say, me monopole now, or Ibra. So said, my body fast. Or some man for, I don't know, Cousin American, or some man for cry, and you don't want one Kasakai. So ZoomLion, you might be if you want some. He said it, and then I can say, go now check it. That's what I know. And was our man to us.
And then we say, Ebi or Wakadi no to me.
You are not listening, man.
And no, you need some problem. And tell me, catch us a bang way in country ZoomLion with Yankani.
All right.
On Kango baby, I and on Cassie where the dream yet.
Okay.
Also, a minute contract in the end, Maono. Aso. Say, why ye in international? Ye be brave. Even when himself man for crack complaining about the workers.
Adekye.
Yes. About when statement to no issue, no point to number 4 is there. Also, Obesha say, Jumaya Funa Ketuana Wojero, it's our 400 and 500, Obe raise by 1,200. And you make Jumaya Fono. Because new contract, I'm about the side as well. You need to also when you're living a bread kakra. That's it.
Hey, come on. Baby, Orlando, you know. You find few. Adekye Nsroma. Manase in one of his write-ups, can say, what you cry say, if 450 call 600, say 800. But even that, Ojumayini, everyone just 280 cities out of it. First, na say 300, we say 500. Ni ama Ojumayini no 150. But what you Zoom for now? Media contract na mo de mami. Say me kra na me de bo na ba. Say me baby dey ye no. Mo na mba chese ye ntimi ntwa 500 ye betua say. Unyi ni say as ye crucify ZoomLion so dodo a. Baby a contract ni free ba no mo amanyofo no nso bia na mo nkanta free bi wo ho. No aye businessman no ontumi nka.
Mami ya.
Chena asem.
Ghana ye mobo. Ghana aye mobo. And a Ghana so shall say nye mobo ene. Ghana aye mobo since the inception of our 4th Republican Constitution, if not even beyond.
Okay. That's a first statement.
Yes. It's very bad.
And so
and then me share be a war news mo. Let me who Dangote statement about Ghana.
Oh.
Now Dangote ka say Ghana instituted a lofty policy. And as a result, you know, Emmanuel Nyahunkaka say he would love to invest more in Ghana in terms of industrialization.
Okay.
No, about 1D, 1F. Dangote.
Okay.
No, so we should have known that that channel is good for all of us. And yes, but the model to bring in investors to industrialize your economy was a very great idea. Dangote speaking.
Okay.
And I may be some home. Come, me drive here. Me say apino soup. Politics into yegu. Watching mattress. Politics into yegu. Any member asema wakansi CIE. Masai group of company.
Okay.
Ebia politics into yegu. We are doing this to ourselves in the name of we wanting to develop as a country. Now, fast forward to ZoomLion. Maybe ZoomLion, only president of Zanzibar, just last week,
okay,
to sign a contract for waste management in Zanzibar. Maybe ZoomLion, only a president in Botswana, also one of the countries in the other areas, I stand to be corrected, to sign a contract for it. We hear ZoomLion, a documentary, Angola, a from mobile, a Juma Ghanaian company. And then maybe some who say, are we not proud, say, we have a Ghanaian company that has gone beyond boundaries in Africa and accepted by these people? What we ought to do, even if there's a problem, Manasa Koye in the investigation, maybe say, contract, better contract, terms in the war, and I may so many terms war. So I buy one attempts, and ZoomLion one attempts, and sana yatina say, ye serious-minded people. Now you say, what is your execution? May say logistics may be free China ba, may the bar, me for workers say workers no me for more. And I'm say logistics need to secure we no ebe call logistics, we so be call operation, we so be call administration, we so be call omwaketua. Na aban se there be mean jintum me so me ye say and sana mo aba agree na mo sign, that is a contract. Then it will be binding on both of you. Okay. So even if a journalist goes to do a check now or you normal buy any juma no waye, what you ought to do is that young for contract never terms no maybe so whether MPP are buying and our NDC are buying yes juma no, all we do is that we go into town and vilify our own companies. Kasa Preko. And then look at how well they're doing in Nigeria. Kina Pharma, a Ghanaian company, how well they are doing in other countries. Poku Pharma, a Wahifa, and then we go because we are not fighting to help our industries to grow. All we do is that get the better politics. We buy, you know, if they are not the MP before the Shehoka crack. No, so maybe gunu. We so buy NDC for maybe gunu. So I am saying that Ghana I am more to that level.
Mubarak Mohammed says, sister, please ask Kamal who collapsed those companies and even just received. Apino was
no, you see, I don't want to go there. This is trivial. This is excuse me, myopic. I am not to do NDC. You don't invite me to do NDC MPP on this matter. I am worried because companies that are growing and recognized, and even that's why I started with Dangote praising us for that policy. When Chief Alan was a trade minister, he gave his all to 1D, 1F.
Okay.
And made sure, say, at least over 100 companies were set up under Akufo-Addo. And I'm into Juma Wayeno, me bisao, sa 120 say Chief Alan ko, and Akufo-Addo kwa, that Timupo ne was a young developer Ghana no, a guana. Because a new government has come.
And so what to say any of the factories, you know, Abaye Gunana?
No. But let me tell you, I have read through the budget. I have not seen anything boosting 1D, 1F. Read through the entire budget. So one can say if the previous government had a lofty idea that you can help to industrialize this country, what have you done? All I heard is that maybe a big push. Maybe by media, also by media, but me say and can you tell me my trajectory? I mean, na boya. And
yet the more reason when TSS make you good use of NDPC. If you
I mentioned it
way by or see maybe one district, one factory. Now so be an sustainable and ansikani niho. Inti aban for frabotche or si debi.
If you
can say one every district, one factory any possible. Intimidate maybe 5 na maye. So be sure they starting on na ye BBO. Inti your one national development plan comes. Oh, okay. In the next 10 years, these are viable districts where we can develop proper factories that we can sustain. So not necessarily all the 200 70 or 60 something district, but let's take 60 out of the 200 and something. As a country, this is our goal.
If when we're talking about this fuel earlier on, I mentioned the National Development Planning Commission,
yeah,
and I was saying, say, asama okanya yenya ajun bako. Why do we have committees in Parliament? Why do we do the that amafuana? Why we not? Yes, we can do the look. America, omu Democrats and Republican, but about anything American policy, Democrat American will not come in there. America, omu power, omu de kwachenye. Omu radio stations, Democrat, Republican, omu ye now so about national positioner. They don't care. It is about them, and I'm saying that we knew her. But we didn't see no. My main first MWC, Mestre, and there is ZoomLion. Ochine be a different company. Wabo Masai, Sanso Nepa. But maybe some fundamental question. We have 216 districts and over. I still, you have to correct me. I don't know what is now 264 or something. But
260 plus.
Yes, 262 districts. Okay. Now maybe some question. Your council, Nipano or logistics. You made a very pronounced statement. People are not seeing it. The logistics alone to cater for waste management is huge. And I'm saying, if you take district upon district, say, this is Bia and command a contract. Politics, maybe you're free more now. Are we going to get proper people to bid with logistics to indeed do that? That's the first one. And the second one, you was a car. A buying attract to honum say, Sasikano, a beko common fund, because common fund and so and so districts no and I was saying because district in waste management so as you can
match your budget so district, if you are going to manage your waste you use 10% of the budget given you to manage
how much is there to common fund find out
okay
so this is just a problem it's a mess it's a big mess a mess I'm telling you
see we are hypocrites when it comes to some of these national discourse. Say any time where you be a discussion MPP ni NDC for who born will be na omo kasa yo no aye bibia wo. You would agree with me say ZoomLion is not the only waste management company in Ghana. Obviously not. And you're number one. Number two.
Asadu and Asadu ni hobby.
It means so other so yeah.
Abuja penya Asadu any hobby.
And the woman who can say na na mo ba ko bi. And them say no cloth kolemo hona na otaye.
We won't argue with anybody when it comes to the fact that says ZoomLion has the strength when it comes to infrastructure.
Okay.
Mo di yeju na de bia da no yesi uni obi a no ho edin esin unya ntokwa na wa wura okawa afo abeti. What is the performance indicators you cry you dey monitor ZoomLion ejuma oye yeah oman no ho do ho nkomo ni edi.
Okay nana.
Maybe say me nya mema mienu yi. Say ZoomLion ejuma a wo ye wo Ghana ha. Say omo fa krum na omo nanti krum. Na omo hu fia akwadre ye man ya. Omo gitum say ejuma ku no oye ejuma ba. We anya rhetorical question. Ni hia mo ye.
Me paminyano obaya o say me kasa no
she camera no Ghana for
o say me kasa no me share that kan wa ha say ZoomLion obi a accuse ni ye contractor ye dey ama no
no question back
and me yi anu yi
me see question bi na wan tiase
na wo no nya botre o sisi a wo ye dey
very good and I
me kasa ma Ghana for and Ghana for me Musa MPP
Ghana ni
benefit
me me dey atro and me dey atro
mo dey ba abusuan paniji wa home masaka wan
say
say omodwuma no enye nso ni dia then there is a need for us to review it.
Okay.
Say enye omo nko anu mo hu nim die die o se esra foforo no mo boa ebia no oman na ye kese asen won other companies are more hono the mu here I want say aban be more contract no magina sa contract no so e de enye sika e de improve your infrastructure no ma be competitive na de bia da no na ZoomLion ho asem de bia na de betena ha de yetwa ni yeka asem ba ko so da de bia yeka
ene de
yesi omugi sika no so adwuma no wo monye
okay
oko district assemblies audit reports a egu ho enyina kire se omunni sa tumi no kra no mo ni the workers omo ho kra tenase aka se adwuma no wanye ni ye efise nyom no mutwa omoka omutisika na at source. This has been going on for so many years.
Okay.
Inti adinti ne was yet na ne money yes it said ye pesi ewu obi adwuma. Yes owu obi adwuma oni akro no so so gitum se adwuma odi ama no so won hwe so nye. Inti ye koye anase ye bae.
Okay.
Kusi koda. Yeah. If there are other companies omo competent enough you bet me aboa won ama omo so nya sa logistics and infrastructure no omo dia ye adwuma na why not? Of course everybody is happy for the indigenous company. Na see a T news say nam Zanzibar ne anahefa no koi.
Yeah.
Zanzibar, right? Any Angola ne nas ye ni agiama no local company. Na ye wia ye nkonko hwese sankru na okoso akoye adwuma no senyo no ye no woni mam no sa na obe ye no wo.
It is from us. We don't monitor. Evaluation is a problem. And you're no fault.
It is here.
You get it.
You don't na se okoye ni ye wo ho na ni kurom de onye ni ye na afoforo wo ho.
That will not be his fault.
I didn't be opportunity Emma wo monye.
Okay.
Mr. At the district level ye betimi a localizing ama adwuma na ye nketo ma district for na ye betimi develop companies our local assemblies no na ya ma omo that strength omo hia so omo de be ye adwuma na na se ye betimi dia adenti na wo se ye boni nyina put all together na ye dia ma one person na de bia ye te na yesi wodi yesika na onye adwuma no. I think it is hard time and it's true. Okay. Obianka say Obian criminalize a company. No.
Okay.
So omo bede
impliedly criminalize it. It's impliedly criminalized.
No, Nipa will criminalize it. Manase.
That's a government.
The government
ZoomLion PR
no, my pacho obaya.
ZoomLion PR da ben.
Hey, no kind. Also be accused.
Also be accused.
Okay.
Me fair minded person. You see, my problem is onipa ni ye dwuma bone a.
Ka dwuma bone. Why is ZoomLion PR da?
Me ye be brother. Me ni me officer
so be accused.
Onipa ni kwa mti ase.
Okay.
Afi bone po.
Inti asemu ameka.
Asema wo kan si dey.
Asemu say make see.
What is them said you would have cozy chebi mu ofe me pedi awi. Ka bone po. But
the truth of the matter be told.
Okay.
Yeah, adwuma no ye nyina Ghana fo nyina gitum se na adwuma ye nso eni.
Okay.
Na company no so no de bia no omunye opportunity what they do is to defend their organization against the contract nesi obi ani wa criminalize yomo na emum se ye bebie tender yi na sa ban no so tena ho eye ahwe ha esa boni nyina moa esa de ma company back because we should learn from our lessons.
Thank you, Nana. Mami kind last one afi enkoka. Just a quick one on.
Me ready adibi na chiro na we.
Wait
1 second. One ask me bie book me bie we so a.
Ni or that mails or say it's not enough to have international recognition while your workers suffer. Come again. All we need is fair salary for workers. Then Mubarak say mebisa udi amounti and I knew that in what ask about what they did about the sugar factory factory. Kamal says, don't let us do this politics. Na obliterate coming, Mamia. So NDC knows all this. Interesting days ahead. Posterity await. Or the atoa to be obliterate Charles, no data no babeton. One shada mechanic. Emmanuel Saka, Black Star Line, Tata Breweries, GNTC, Coles Motors, One Factory, Meat Marketing Board, Neoplan Motors, Glass Factory, BA Mensa, Boache Factory, all collapse, and the PNDC, now the NDC. Okay. Intimuma yenye say, CCI, quick comment, yenya kwanka NSC ni degree.
Eliminate sole sourcing in public procurement.
Na ye ka fango na semono, ye ka Iran ni Israel asem. Yes, CCI no Minister for Foreign Affairs say ye embassy ye Watercran ye tum na edwuma ye form ho nyina so ye fa wo abefie ye evacuate wo mo aba. Na isi beko Parliament na Ablikumanov ensensem no kwakwa yi nsema no ewo amamra hwe fifo no emum ena dedua yi de George Fonson no a mampani abo mudin se omko court batan Supreme Court no omo vetting no efiti ase quick one on NSA nana I start that one with you some 2 minutes. National Service Authority any fourth estate and hwehwemu any de Friday no DG
na 2 million spectacles
Attorney General
the 2 million now spectacles
come on be me na no kakra na yenko wati
one of the 2 million so after that
2 minutes o se spectacles dey be
kind normal o kind woman
oh dey be what bejai kra me kan what oh national services and some dey be 8 year wa yesika ne yehwe
yesika ne yehwe nti eji kan say ebi ma sha ase se o yebetu esika nti omutu esika na ne yejai o mo ana se yenji sika no yensan twoma so
kre se sika no o ma fa se ne yeke ya na o mo dia ye japade a yenkoji esika
okay
japade no ne ye ensa beto so ni atonton ni betimi atonton ni aban betimi ayo mo aye adan ni ade betimi dia ma teacher for betimi dia ma nurse for e be mo ye fama wo cars ni watch a nkofo atodi ye auction a ni disika no aba
watches wo
na die ehu wo kakra e wo si nyina ye kan say I do not want the AG to limit the investigations no why you know any the prosecution or yeah just to vendors no any national service officials why my year credit adwuma kakra na ebeye din be yehu say the AG kan say obi edi documents I trust oni national service secretariat ewo contract na wodi akọ bank say wo kwa akọje besia na loans officer any one mo ye in charge of credit ewo sa bank ho anye due diligence ehunu se eye no kre se oni akro no ewo contract anas woni contract no mutimi di ahweso ade abone besia na AG ababe kase sad documents now the call ye no kra ni dia the call ye no kra it is not on the vendor list of the national service.
That's a ghost names.
And you go say company na nkasa na o de kwaje besia no omo ba be hwe omo vendor list no so no eni so nature said national service no ni contract bia what you say but those documents and the call bank ekwaje besia na de man ye me hune say bank no ye private bank a state owned bank ADB as at the time na ye kan ho asem ye and yes that time na kenofureta ye na adwen say nkomo ton ADB ni NIB no at that same time and omutumi nya 30 million at the bond besia without due diligence from the testimony of the AG. So if that is very true, that loan officer need team now we in charge of credit. I was a Ghana for you demand answers from them.
Thank you. Made us brilliant. Abishapenyi National Service.
National Service as no made us nanka. Oh, oyeme eba na nkrofo bi bobo bodin ne ade a na ya ahometew. Companies work as a companies that also German with the refer na democratic government na governance mu no penny bi hwa na wa hwe obi ti se question du manim no wagu ne bank na kwamana du fu anim no wagu ne bank se du agongo heritage no wagu ne bank uwia enye no nko are mo na cha company about $10 million company printing ayi no wakogu ne ayi ne company wo waju oni ogu no kro jumbu now sorry I come you so that man mu asem when see when you ask we impuran aya mama yenya abotre kakra
okay
mama nka asem nchiro meni abia eji mebo ni taw oba bi nkrofo dumie bi ding betugba say won na dwurum no efa wo ho pa na won na dwurum no pompon so ni si won so no eye wura bi a wo fre no or the men's home baby mensa go bo ni ding
ewo nipa 12 ni
yes won former deputy director
okay
yes na onu nem so ya architect said ya na menua na ya weka no what the whole thing so to me kofa omman sika nti na nya wonwa say national service futi omman yimu na bosomi asohwe bi won postu bi de na po din kama din ni krom o krom go abo for wadan
wahin hamawo
no ni mikro na go be
wahin hamawo abumwa hona ayo ya potu
Gomwa, we wa fa wanye.
no de na kwakoto abrema wesi so 21 years 22 years
ni kwa na mikro mu
oni obi wo nani sika kakra ba just 550 or 700 Ghana ebe kanensa no no
750
for 3 months 4 months na abrantia na ewuraba onya ne sika nti na nya won say du miri bi no wo say sa national service phone won asikurum sebe me ai wo mu no wo de won ho aka kuro enya fe na otu omenyi mu no wo de Japan you see me kan wa sorry me ne me nua no mu bi discuss e bibi na Bible studies na me ka che say obi biara a wo man position wo kuro mu ha say obaya wo ye chief executive ana wo ye deputy ana wo ye director e wo bibia no na opon wo sika ne wo fiafia ho a wo de bema wo nyina achi wo do nsa bo man sika mo wi a eto wo bo ti okumu yes me masama me kacho wan say obi o ti oyo owodini obaya the chief executive wo omanyim kan menu mo na wa hai hwe won pay ne kika ka ho a wo gigeje wo ho kura nkoda otu kwanga ni allowance minimum bi otu kwan keke 5 days okoba no many sika ni allowance okura no osesa no wo income sika no 1.2 billion 5 days osesa dollar no na sika wanya nan upon all these things no one sure nipa mo free to school biase mo free nua asiko school mo free twapan no ko free nso voter yi na anu yi na ho aba form krapo na black voter yi so ebi akwa be Laura mo free twensu na kanun even I must mo free na amasama na wager na mo frank to ko school no wote obi oru no yi ni namo no afa won atwa na nsu yam dan abutu na mo frɛ no mo nyina na wo hwɛ wo man nyima no wo de Japan sa hwɛ won sa eye ni di kura keke sɛ won ama appointment wo government mu yan kura mpa yenya bi ya ne are ne na mo kura ro obi wo frɛ wo no abo wo nya bi yo a kyɛ sɛ wa bang na aba power keke nti be bodo podo sɛ nuanom nyina sika biara wo won ho ufa National Service Bureau fu yenim say ene deputy attorney general to me out ababeka
National Service Bureau National Signal
no
Bureau.
Signal Bureau ene dia aba me twam so obi to me gira na na mu to me to estate mako 27 I mean what is this I don't know people we are say na what to me aba be ka kire say MPP fo na nkasa bi mu a won pe bone no wo mu bia nante aba be pointing krofo bebre dia kire wo mu bi nso aba e pre bargaining behind the scene so wonye won sika na ade a woye ni won edi bone won fa bone ne nche won wonye oman no so ni aye de tu oman nanim ne bo da wuri nyina ne se ora operation recover all loot. It is PS ka won nche biara no ubebu mo ni ya bia ma ba bebu nkontai enne ye da nyame se sa eji nkrofo obubo won di nipa baanum bi wo 5 bi wo ma won ayi won asi so won de wo be testify nkrofo ne mpanimfo ne dwuma wo drum do drum wo di nyina wo ye ready obekwa kodi adanse
part of the plea bargain
no
nti emfame nko gina mra na ni maje me mfom so atum ma me no nko tem
media
o frame adanse ameba said e be ya wuni ma asem mfame nko tintina mbusa se nti se mu ye ne sa ye sika ne ne hia yenye ne yenya wo mo na yentwe wo ma so
premprenyi ye hia sika no na so twi kakra se dia capital bank no wo ye na unza capital bank so 2 years kana nke bi am feel be ko be 1 or 2 bi
okay
no 1 2 bi dia na be ko kutwa bi 15 years ana whatever nti die wo nyina na say sikani de kama ye beje wo monchen mo ye de na kama ye beje
patrodi na bai kama ni
mame ya
mi se ni nkrofo na ye beje ko kwa ka kire wo
se enra enya ene so enye
okay
so be a the dream ana wa bo man no to a leveler yesterday ye nyina ka ho asema enen so obi so ye the same thing na enye papa
okay
you see oral was a good move and I support it because why obi biara obeboa ama oman ye be see no we ya amanyu 7 there na wo say ye no ye the right thing. What did oral say
yampong also is good no mi awa ye ni ngara
how much did oral tell Ghanaians say omo round akwa recover na ye hwa over 12 billion Ghana cedis or more and oral nkwa atimi aye and the honum but I want to ask a simple question. I know it's work ongoing. How much have they been able to recover out of this 12 billion Ghana cedis? 2, Attorney General, with a great respect to him, Mestre, I said, I said, oh, yeah, politics more than law. He's a lecturer of law, very great person, and I respect him. But I'm saying, I say, Ghana Mano, yeah, they don't change, and I have politics, we are not law.
No, I'm not saying
you should brief. I've not questioned the briefing. I am questioning procedure. Oh, please.
Come on.
Beginning with all respect. Let me presumption of innocence. And Article 19(2) of the Constitution is so clear on that.
Okay.
Whether it is my sister Gifty, whether it's Mustafa, whether it's Asibe, whether it's Kwanya, obi biara obi alleged say ana eye Opuni, ana eye Collins Dauda, ana eye Kwanya, obi biara obi boni din biara say wadi omani dream no. Sa nipa no, there is presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Okay.
That is clear.
Okay.
So I will not sit here to do politics, but I will sit here to say our fundamental human rights is so important as well. Don't go and prosecute
General Aya.
I am saying that they make it simple. They say over your law, the law is clear. There's a law court there. Nipa wodi bonino. Make sure the charge sheet are ready. Carry the person to court. Ade yanti o maimu ena Collins Dauda yaman nolly prosecute. I say or no be him sembiani. Was he not accused?
No, we don't do this. 19 if no
I'm saying say Collins Dauda Adekye say what did you?
No, at the same time, again, AGI,
AG has been able to come and tell the whole world on the press conference, say, not prosecute or filing for Collins Dauda or filing for Opuni or filing for one. Obi NDC ni biya me filing only prosecute. Now so AG has come to tell you another press conference say where there what the dream and the neighbor court and I say simple and short, don't do politics. Go carry the person with the charge sheet to the court.
Thank you. Come on. Kamaldeen Abdullahi.
1 minute.
Kamaldeen, Deputy National Communications Director, MPP. Munyekom, okay, Munchen. Ode ma menda me aboafo na simi wi ami na madam ase na afi mama mo time. Ode Munchen. Azel vogine pamatade ihye me da azel ase na ma kamfo na ma. Pacho se o patade ayefe dia ko office dia ko kwan bia. Eya kwa azel vogo ne sanu efe. Owo school so eye Azel Fashion Training Center and as Azel Fashion School. Obema wa be fashion designer and as a fashion illustrator. Friend 0244155266 na Zinails and Beauty enso ye nipa pa jusu kona kwaje nipa wo ho na hye na ebema wa ho fe no edimu obefre no a 0553837 or Spintex Kotobabi Eco Bank Chihwa pe na anope menchia na nakodwo boaten botori dumja comfort na me new iPhone 16 no it is giving me that say Nyamishirao say wama me birthday gift me da se pa na Kamaldeen Deputy National Communications Director NPP Abusu Apanyi Felix Kofi Munko National Communications Team Member NDC Nana Yasapon your personal aide to Chief Alan Chematin and I'm so me de mama ya kunama am here juma despite media me betina de chencho me juma so ye wono china yakram